Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting to some Toronto Raptors news. That's right, we had some breaking news today surrounding some personnel moves to the Toronto Raptors. Unfortunate news for DJ Wilson, who I know some fans have been really excited about, hoping he gets an opportunity, but unfortunately, he's just in his short tenures with the Toronto Raptors, dealt with health and safety protocols, and now a significant knee injury. His 10-day contract is being cut short, and the Toronto Raptors are signing intriguing player Armoni Brooks, formerly of the Houston Rockets, to a 10-day contract. Now, this is an interesting situation because the Toronto Raptors have notoriously only played players or only picked up guys, only re-signed people that are 6'9", between 6'7" and 6'9", right, fitting that sort of course. So Armoni Brooks doesn't really fit the mold of a traditional Toronto Raptors player for the 2021-2022 season. He's 6'3", 195 pounds, very young, still 23 years old, and in his first two seasons with the Houston Rockets has been pretty intriguing. Now, you look at his stats this year, right? They're not something that's going to get you super excited, right? 6 points, 2 rebounds, and assist, right? Average stats across the board otherwise, and 30% from the three-point line, which is the big thing, which ended up being the cause of Armoni Brooks getting waived by the Houston Rockets, because people must be thinking, okay, the Houston Rockets are a rebuilding team. Why on earth would they get rid of a 23-year-old that has shown promise? Because in his first season, only played about 20 games with the Houston Rockets in that first season there. Get that stat. Yeah, 20 games, started 5, averaged 11 points per game, 3 rebounds and assists, and shot 38% from the three-point line. And then obviously took a major step downwards this year. So it's you know, in some points a part of me says Armoni Brooks, a guy that's 23 years old, has already averaged 11 points per game in the NBA. Probably, you know, not a huge sample size, this, that, and whatever, but still shown that he can be an elite shooter. Watching highlights, you get some glimpses of this guy being a sniper at points for this Houston Rockets team. I know playing at times in different leagues and too, he's gained that reputation, but then you sort of say, okay, well, a team that's rebuilding, let go of a guy that's 23 years old. I know they have guys like Eric Gordon, Jalen Green, sort of fitting that two-guard position, right? But why would they give up on a guy? So maybe Masai Ujiri sees something that is, that the Houston Rockets couldn't get developed out of this player, or, we clearly need some shooting. Right, that's a factor that has plagued the Toronto Raptors this entire season. We have the length, we have the defense, but clearly, as we've seen in our previous two outings against lower tier teams, we can go through scoring droughts. And maybe Armoni Brooks can come in, with Malachi Flynn out and Fred VanVleet out tonight. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to suit up immediately for this Toronto Raptors team, but there will be opportunities for him to score the ball, get some touches, and be a guy that could potentially have an impact. And a young player, 23 years old, I think it's certainly worth the risk. I think this is a big W for the Toronto Raptors in a 10-day contract, even though I'm high on DJ Wilson, especially after, acquiring Thaddeus Young at the trade deadline, who has played well for us in that stretch of time. We don't really need a lot of players at that position, especially with the Fred VanVleet injuries. OG Anunoby's a wing guy, and obviously Malachi Flynn now at this point. We're going to need some guards. We're going to need some guards to come in and provide some scoring, provide some shooting. So even if Armoni Brooks doesn't get that much opportunity, doesn't get that much run, he's an insurance player that has a certified NBA skill, even if it's fallen off a little bit this season. So as a 10-day, I like it. Long-term, maybe it's good. He fits the timeline of the rest of this team. It's pretty awesome. I'm sad to see DJ Wilson, deal with all these injuries, deal with all this sort of stuff, but it's what comes with it. It's what comes with it when you're in the NBA. It's a business. If you're getting your opportunities and you just have bad luck, it's unfortunate. But we'll see what the Toronto Raptors end up doing because, as I've said, with Fred VanVleet out, Malachi Flynn out, there's opportunity here now in the short term for Armoni Brooks to come in and show what he's got. But the Raptors do have that open roster spot that they need to fill up heading into this year's playoffs. Now, currently, we have David Johnson and Justin Champagnie Poppy. They're on two-way contracts. Now, David Johnson has not been heard of. We don't know where he is. He's had some big games in the G League, but on the main roster, we have not seen much of David Johnson at all. I know he's had opportunities to come up, and especially during the health and safety protocol era of the Toronto Raptors during December, where we were dismantled. We had a bunch of randos on the squad. David Johnson was injured during that time, so we haven't seen him get that much opportunity, but I don't think he's going to be a guy fighting for that final roster spot. But Justin Champagnie is a player that has had opportunities this season and has shown out, looking like a guy with a lot of potential for this Toronto Raptors team in the future. Obviously an elite rebounder at the guard position, can knock down threes, can play solid defense, but in the same way Yuta was banished to the leg section, right? Got a little leg spike going on this 5-minute video so far, but as Yuta was banished to the leg section last season when he was dunked on by Anthony Edwards, Justin Champagnie, right? Champagnie Poppy was in a similar boat at the end of a game. I think it was against the Brooklyn Nets. He was hustling, he was playing well, he's pretty well a rotation player over the likes of a Delano Banton, Malachi Flynn for a long stretch there, but fouled Kevin Durant, I believe, being a bit too aggressive. I picked up 3 fouls in the course of a minute against the Brooklyn Nets, put us into foul trouble, put us in a bonus, and maybe Nick Nurse thought that was the cause of a loss for the game. And they were weak fouls, they were weak sauce, but we really haven't seen much of Justin Champagnie since. Josh Bloomberg in that report, obviously I showed the pic of the tweet of the 10-day contract, but they're saying that it's likely that Champagnie will be the guy that comes in. No matter how good Armoni Brooks plays, right, he'll be the guy that ends up getting that 15th roster spot because, Ben, you might be saying, well, Champagnie's played this season. He's gotten his opportunities, this, that, and whatever. Why does it matter who's officially on the roster spot? Why not just give it to another guy so we have more loaded players on the bench? But this is important because the Toronto Raptors have this spot, but they need playoff-eligible players. And the two-way guys, the same way Jordan Lloyd, the guy that was infamously standing next to Kawhi during that shot, they want to be playoff-eligible. They have to be officially onto the roster. So I think Champagnie's going to edge out any of these 10-day guys that we're going to be bringing in over the course of this week, whether obviously it was DJ Wilson last week, Armoni Brooks now. We have some flexibility following the trade of Dragic to test out some players, but I think Champagnie's going to be the guy that fills up that final roster spot, but who knows? Who knows if Armoni Brooks can come in here and be a guy that, even though he's smaller, even though he's only 6'3" for the 2-guard, can knock down threes, maybe that's more of what Nick Nurse wants, and balls out. There's going to be some more internal competition as we've had for the deep bench roster spots this entire season with the likes of Bonga's been on this team at this point. Bonga edged out Sam Decker, Ishmael Wainwright. Wilson's been in and out there, so it's going to be interesting. But let me know what you guys think of Armoni Brooks. Hopefully he plays tonight. We get to see how he is, if he can be that shooter the Toronto Raptors need. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this. And also, as mentioned, we are, in the previous live stream, not many people tuned in for the post-game against the Magic. We get ugly loss, but I'm looking for people to join the Digest brand. You're interested in becoming a social media person. If you're interested in the Blue Jays specifically, obviously we have the Leafs Digest. You can see that it's going. All right, definitely reach out to us via Instagram, Twitter. We'll read the Twitters. We'll be on or in the comment section. We're looking for people. So we've had a couple people interested. So let us know. But enough of us plugging the Digest brand. You guys are the best. Check out the Instagram, the Twitter, the TikTok, all that cool stuff. Enough of me rambling. I'm signing off. Cheers.